Hi, it's Dr. Peters with Peters Wellness, Chiropractic Massage, and this week I wanted to continue on with the 10 weeks to wellness. And last week we covered the spine and brain, or getting your spinal cord checked, saying no to stress, say no to over-the-counter drugs or medications, and to get your sleep, and also to get your nutrition in order, start eating better. So those were for the first 5 weeks of this last week, the idea of getting your spinal column checked and getting in with a chiropractor near you or coming to see us. We'd love that. And now this week, I want you to focus on saying no to stress. And remember, sometimes a lot of people, they're too quick to commit themselves to too many things outside of their immediate circle of influence. So remember, if you're not sure, if someone asks you, hey, can you do this for me? Just say, you know what, I need to check my schedule, I'll get back to you. That's a lot easier than saying, yeah, no problem, and then going, oh man, I forgot. I mean, how many times have you done that? I've done it too many times to count. So this week, the focus on saying no, or at least to use the phrase of, let me check my schedule, I'll get back to you. Or let me check my schedule, I'll text you. You know, something to that effect. So you're not increasing the stress and you're looking at your commitments. One of my mentors, he's passed now, but Jim Rohn, and what he says, I probably won't quote it properly, but the idea of don't start your day until it's finished. Don't start your week until it's finished. And what he's talking about is, you know, creating that schedule, knowing what your plan is for the day before you go out there and get started. Have you put 10 minutes of thinking into your next day? If you don't think a day is worth 10 minutes of your time to plan it out, you're just not going to get as much out of your day. I shouldn't say you, we need to be doing, thinking about the day, planning the day. And then why not the week? Why not the month? Why not the quarter? Why not the year? So what I wanted to also cover today is talking about the next 5 weeks after these first 5 are up. And so in week 6, I want you to focus on exercise plan. And there's a lot of steps in the Optimal Health University this week that talks about all these different steps that you can take to simplify it and make it easier. And for me, I mean, if you've read my book, chapters, actually I can't even remember what chapter it is, but I lay out my day. My day starts at 4 a.m. My day now, actually in looking ahead, recognizing that step 4, getting my sleep, I've been trying to literally get to bed by 9 o'clock. Usually it doesn't happen. It's usually more like 9:30, and then I'll catch up on my sleep on Saturday or Friday mornings. I don't get up till 5 because I don't work out on Fridays. Saturdays, if I don't work, I'll get up a little later. So I'm trying to get that 49 hours. That's what I need in a week. That's what I function. You may only need 40, you may need 50, you may need 60. I don't know. You'll have to experiment and get that figured out. But figure out your exercise plan. I love to work out first thing in the morning. I've got a beautiful wife, 3 beautiful daughters. I've got 2 dogs. I've got 4 cats. I got responsibilities. I got a business. I need to take care of me before I start going out and taking care of everybody else or putting out fires. I need to attack my day, and that is taking care of my mental and physical, just my mental and physical self. Get to know yourself. How do you function best? Some people, when I was younger, I would go to the gym at 11 o'clock at night. Now, I'm sawing logs at 11 o'clock at night. So step 6, we'll be working on exercise plans. Step 7, get outside, get into nature. And I guess I've been doing these videos outside, but mainly I just don't want to go in the office today and do everything. I don't want to be away from my family. I want to make better use of my time, so I'm doing it back here. No one's complaining, so hopefully that's okay. And then step 8 is looking at your financial health. So again, we're looking at, we talked about the 10 steps to jumpstart your wellness plan. And I think it's really, really important for people to get their financial plans together, to make sure you're on the same page as your significant other, and making sure that you're working towards the same goals. And what are you doing to make more money, to increase your income? What are you doing to save more of it? and what are you doing then to multiply that money that you have? And if somebody has a goal of, you know, wanting to travel a lot, and the other side of that relationship, they just want to save money for something, I mean, there's going to be issues there. So you may have to find, you know, a little bit of compromise, obviously. Next, step 9, spiritual matters. The idea there is just talking about, you know, whatever those spiritual issues are, whatever your faith is, whatever it is, just knowing what that is and working to strengthen it every day, whether it's a few minutes of reading, or maybe you're praying, whatever that is, make sure that it's a part of your everyday activity. Number 10 will be all about attitude, having a good attitude. And, you know, if you plan your day, which is another step, if you plan things out, you're going to have a better day, even if it doesn't go according to plan, because you're not going to know what you need to work on if you don't have a plan. So this week, again, last week was getting checked and making sure your spine is functioning well, you know, because you're going to be starting an exercise plan. You want to make sure your health is good. And if you don't have a chiropractor you go on Google, or, you know, go to your primary care physician and see who they refer to as far as chiropractic care. And so this week, say no to stress. Okay, don't add a bunch of stuff on your plate. And remember, if you haven't read the book, The One Thing by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan, it's one of my favorite books. I've read it, I think I've read it 3 times now. It's a book I try to read every single year. And I love it because he talks about, you know, you hear people say, you got to have a balanced life. And he puts a twist on it. He says, no, you need to have a life of balance and counterbalance. And the idea of, you know, you say you have 7 areas of life or 7 spinning plates, and you have to keep those plates spinning. Sometimes certain plates need more attention, but if you spend too much time on them, like if you spend, you know, an hour and a half at the gym every day. Now, again, if physical fitness is part of your job or your career, that would be different. But if you spend, say, an hour and a half at the gym, or putting too much time into a certain area, some other areas may need to take a little bit of a hit. So you got to look back and say, are all my plates spinning? What one needs more attention right now? So make sure that you are a good keeper of your time. We all have 24 hours in a day. Look what some people are able to do with their 24 hours. And then other people are just wasting it away. So say no to stress this week. And if you have any questions, email me, drpeters@peterswellness.com. Put something in the YouTube notes or Facebook or Instagram, and just have an amazing week.